Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to believe, but organized crime has made its way into Walt Disney World. WDW News Today is reporting this one. Florida woman caught using underage daughter to steal $2,000 in pins from Walt Disney World. And the question is this isolated or more? A Miami woman, some say Miami, I prefer the Will Smith version. Welcome to Miami. A Miami woman is accused of working with her underage daughter to steal items from stores after they were caught with stolen merchandise at Disney Springs, says Yvette Perez. 52 was arrested and charged with third-degree grand theft and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. She pleaded. I always regret that we've left the past tense pled on the wayside, but she pleaded not guilty in Orange Circuit Court records show. On April 12th, an employee at Disney's Pin Traders noticed a girl scooping pins into her bag. The girl stole about 15 pins, although another employee told authorities she watched the girl steal about 40 pins. It's unclear the girl's age, other than she was described as a juvenile in the arrest report. An adult woman wearing green, authorities said it was Perez, asked the store for a clear plastic bag while the girl's theft was unfolding. The arrest report said the employees described Perez's request as suspicious and appeared to be an attempt to distract store employees from the girl taking the pins. The girl left the store without paying for the pins, then was detained at World of Disney store at Disney Springs. Between Perez and her daughter, the two were in possession of stolen items worth $2,000. A deputy interviewed Perez, who admitted she knew her daughter was stealing, did not have enough money on her to pay for the pins. Per the arrest report, $2,000. Perez also voluntarily showed authorities the text messages with her daughter that were the damning evidence. According to the report, the text said the girl needed to hurry up stealing from the stores and come back to the car so they would not get caught. Well, that's I'd say that's incriminating, eh? Perez aided and abetted to the thefts by allowing the girl to keep the stolen items. Furthermore, Yvette was in possession of several stolen products, indicating she was working in coordination with the minor to commit the thefts in her presence. All right, so this is the story, folks. We've got organized crime now in Disney Springs. And I got to say, I could come up with some better places if you wanted to go and do this kind of thing than Disney. Let's review, because we have to do this every time we cover somebody acting illegally inside the parks or inside Disney Springs. There are more cameras in Walt Disney World than just about anywhere in the world, folks. So if you're wanting to get your thieving on, I can come up with some better ways to thieve. And by the way, sending your kid to steal Disney pins. You know how many pins you got to steal to get up to $2,000? Like,
5.
I don't want to help the criminals. I don't want to tell you what you'd be more efficient at stealing. But how's this? Everything. You pretty much could not come up with a worse thing to steal in mass than Disney pins. I mean, I guess you could do like those little, you remember those little erasers that are shaped like the characters you could put on your pencils back in second grade? You could steal those. That's less efficient, I guess. What are we doing? What are we doing at Disney Springs? Sending your kid, MJ, help me out here. Like, I feel like we should give a class to these people now. Like, if you're going to be a robber, at least, what, did they come in scuba gear this time too? Like the last time where they tried to get in the restaurant out of the lake? What is going on, MJ?
Paddlefish? Holy cow.
What is going on?
What's worse is the Cool Kids Summer. They have a Disney pin trading program just for kids that just debuted this year. So to hear this, it's like, what are we doing? First of all, we are against anyone stealing anything. You should never steal.
This is news to me.
Anything. Yeah, I got to do that for the trolls.
Steal.
I appreciate that.
It's in the Bible. Thou shalt not steal. Second of all, unbelievable. Shame on you. You got to be desperate to get your hands on. I know some of those pins are like, what, $50 for
to send your kid?
I mean, you're teaching. I mean, it's poor parenting, and then the kid is just gonna think it's okay. So what's going on here? And then they're gonna run for mayor one day.
You might have an easier time stealing the gumballs out of a machine in the local mall and trying to flip them for extra quarters. Like, this is the most inefficient. Why does this keep happening at Disney?
Just a shame.
Why do people come out of the water, sneaking into the kitchen at these restaurants? Like, what is going on here?
They're ruining it for everybody. and more and more. Now you're not going to probably be able to trade as easily as before. And, you know, a lot of people take it serious. It's like a sport. It's not even a hobby at this point.
I don't get it, but
I don't get it either, but we have to respect it, right? Because it's to each their own.
Yeah.
It's to each their own. So it's just, look, pins on average are $20. So yeah, I mean, what are we doing? What are we teaching our kids? This kid one day is going to run for mayor. I don't know what's happening to society. You know, it's really disheartening how they keep ruining it for everybody. And
so Ron, here's the deal. Like, I can come up with just instantly 1,000 better ways of stealing. I'm not suggesting people should do that. I'm just like, in my head, I can come up with instantly better ways to go about this if this is what you want to do. Do you think it's like a challenge? Like, it's cool to steal at Disney or something? Like, I can't understand why we've got scuba people, you know, sneaking in the back side of water to get into the kitchens at Disney. We got people, you know, sending their kids with plastic baggies to steal pins. This is the hardest place probably to steal from outside of some casinos in Vegas. Ron, is it just the challenge? What's going on?
I'm trying to pin this down. And
yeah. Like, what is happening?
This is so dumb. I remember when I worked at Disney Springs, and I worked on. I was working at the West End one time, and
because of course you did.
Well, this was when I worked for BBC, right? So I worked everywhere, and I was working on the West Side, and I was talking to a guy with, you know, dressed kind of like a polo shorts, ball cap, and of course, if you look real close, this gentleman, of course, had the little curly thing behind his ear. So he was one of the undercover security guards. There are tons of those people, tons of undercover security guards. There's also Orange County sheriffs on site at Disney Springs. And like you mentioned before, probably like 1 million cameras everywhere. Everywhere there's a camera. It is gotta be like, who in their right mind would think that they could steal anything from Disney and get away with it? It's bizarro world, because you simply cannot do it. They will literally find you at your house if you've stolen something, and they'll come and they'll send FBI agents or something in. It's just, don't steal from Disney. But the worst thing about this story, of course, is you have a minor, somebody who is underage.
It's like Ocean's 11 with kids, Ron, at Disney Springs these days.
That's not the first I've heard of something like this happening at Disney Springs.
Ocean's 11, that's a good one.
It's ridiculous. Now, I will grant you this: there are the only reason I could think of maybe they thought they could get away with it, because just the vast quantity of people that are typically at Disney Springs. Disney Springs is usually busier than the parks. Free entry. So there's no barrier to entry there. Nothing has a lightning lane attached to it, so that's good. But this story is fascinating to me, because you were bound to get caught, and I don't know why you would want to do that. And especially with something, as far as the pins, the only reason I can think of that they were actually stealing pins is because their plan was not to keep them, but to resell them. But also, how dumb would that be? Like, you're just putting yourself out there as, hey, guess what I got, and I'm going to resell it.
The pins are overpriced at the retail at transaction. So
yeah,
they might be worth $2,000 at Disney Springs, but they're worth what? Like, I don't know, $500, $800 actually, unless you got a rare one. And the chance that you send a kid over there with a plastic bag and they're going to figure out the rare pins. Are you training them? Are you going through like
for the kid? Yeah, that's terrible.
Wild stuff. Erika, any final thoughts on what we're seeing here with Disney Springs? And, you know, again, we keep covering this kind of stuff happening. People trying to do this, and it's like, are you in it for the thrills? Because it's almost impossible to pull off. Is it the great mouse heist that you're after? I don't know.
I'm not surprised. In a lot of the Disney groups, I have read story after story of not just this kind of theft, but what's more commonplace would be pickpocketing families. We're talking groups of adults with kids where you have one distracting you and then someone behind you trying to get into your bag, like your purse
at Disney
or your pocket. Yes, at Disney Springs particularly. The Springs is, I would say, out of all Disney property, probably the highest risk for pickpocketing. So my advice, if you're going to Disney Springs, keep your wallet in your front pocket. If you're a man, women, put your stuff deep into your purses, maybe wear your purse in front of you, not behind you. Yeah, it's Disney Springs it's because, like you mentioned, it's free, it's heavy traffic, and there's this assumption that people that go to Disney have money. So
just because they do.
yeah. No, I mean, it's a misconception.
That's a fair assumption.
Could be. All right, folks. Would have been, could have been, but shouldn't have been. Stealing at Disney Springs. Caught again. How many times? And one day we'll find that masked scuba diver who is, I'm sure now, circling Bay Lake trying to find a way out.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.